Oh, there it is. Boo shakalaka. It's the end of the song, which means we get to click the button. Oh my God, we get to click buttons. Welcome to the button clicking show, everybody. It's Monday, April 1st, otherwise known as Paper Fool's Day. Happy Peppa Fool's Day to you. Have you been fooled? Have you been tricked today? Did anybody trick you? Did anybody trick you with any jokes? No? No cellophane over the toilet? No electrified door handles, right? My spouse likes to text me. Okay. I'm going to send her back the old texter-rooney that says okay. Right? You know how that goes. On a Monday. She's sending me texts on a Monday. But hopefully you guys all are having a glorious April Fool's Day. Sort of feels like the official beginning of spring. You know what I mean? I know that technically March 21st is the first day of spring. But it feels like April is officially moving into spring. And in fact, some of the local schools around here have April 1st through April 5th as their spring break. So I get it. They're feeling like it's spring. I'm feeling like it's spring. About a half an hour ago, I got something right in this eye. And I put about 1 million eye drops in there to try and flush out whatever it was. Still don't know what it was. So if my eye is acting weird today, that's why. If you see me rubbing my eye, it's bugging me, so I'm going to keep rubbing it like crazy. Maybe I'll run off and put more drops in it. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Anyhow, it is Monday, April 1st, and this is the show. Welcome to the show. You're supposed to click the like button. You're supposed to subscribe. You're supposed to become a YouTube member. You're supposed to become a patron. Those are all things that you're supposed to do, because this number is incorrect. I don't know what happened last week. We added 10 patrons or YouTube members, not patrons. We didn't add 10 patrons. We added 10 members, but then the next day they all went away. I don't know what happened. We lost 10 somehow. Anyhow, become a member on YouTube or become a member on Patreon. It's as simple as that. Okay, we're done with the commercial part of saying that at the beginning of the stream and also at the beginning of the stream. Replay Team 6, you got to type in there. There's hundreds of you people. I know because YouTube tells me that you watch later. You don't watch live. You watch the show later. I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you don't like to type into the comment section that you're Replay Team 6. You're supposed to. Them's is the rules. We only got 2 out of the last week. How many people? 255 people watched after the fact. And we had 2 comments. One from Paula Kreinberg. Thank you very much, Paula. And we got one from Mark. It says, does anyone have used acrylic aquariums for sale? Must be willing to ship to Michigan. I don't know who has used acrylic tanks. I don't know anybody that has used tanks for sale anywhere. And my reasoning behind that is that I don't know. That's my reasoning. I don't know. I look around a multitude of nooks and crannies of the internet when I need to try and find a used aquarium. Facebook, Craigslist, just Google search local places, local stores, call stores, see what stores have in. A lot of times local mom and pop stores will get in used tanks. They'll scrub them down and then they'll put them somewhere up for sale as a used aquarium. You know, that avenue is probably worth looking for sure, especially if you're already going to an aquarium store. If you're going to a fish store, if you're going somewhere like that, see if they have any used tanks. I did have an association with a store many years ago that many years ago, that kept all of their used tanks outside, out back, which I always thought was just a bad idea because you had to like ask what's up with the used tanks. And it'd be like, oh, they're out back. And they'd be like rained on and have, you know, that green stuff that comes off the trees. You know that green stuff that comes off the trees? They would have that on them and things like that. So I thought that was kind of foolhardy. But you never know. I don't know. You might be living in Oklahoma. They might do that in Oklahoma. They might do that in Alabama. I don't know. I thought it was weird that they did it here because I felt like there's a good market for it. People would come in and buy used tanks all the time. But regardless. My free membership went away. Yo. So sorry. Be broke as a joke, not April Fool's. Yeah, understandably. Look, if people can't afford to be a member, I never hold that against anybody. I understand what it's like to not have very much income. I don't have very much income right now myself. I've been doing all sorts of weird jobs to try and pay the bills, and it's been weird. So trust me, I get it. Although we got 10 gifted memberships, so we have to change this number again. Witchy Cat has donated 10 gifted memberships. You guys have been gifted a membership. If you've been gifted a membership, you should probably do something like, I don't know, leave comments or share a video out or something like that. Mark's asking, what's Discord? So Discord is a third-party app. It's essentially an app, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's an application that people use to communicate through. I don't know, like, what would be the quick explanation? What is Discord? I don't know. Like, let's see if they have one. Discord is the easiest way to talk over voice, video, and text. Talk, chat, hang out, and stay close with your friends and communities. It's a newer app, but it's based off of old technology, and it's a generally encrypted site that you make your own specific servers. And essentially the people that are going to be in those servers are people that have invites, right? Widgetcat says, or you can call the green room and chat with your new membership. Oh, that's true. As a good reminder, I should open up the green room in case anybody wants to call in today, because you never know. Some people like to call in on April Fool's Day. Some people like to call in on regular days. So there we go. I got the green room open on our Discord channel and on our Discord server. And yeah, there we go. So if anybody wants to join the green room and chat with their mouth hole instead of their finger wingers, then they could do that. We do have to give a shout out to Derek Palmer Creative for being first to the chat, followed by Witchy Cat, Mark, Frank Dominguez coming in first. He said first. He gets an honorary first. Preston John. I haven't seen Preston in a long time. What is up, Preston? How are you doing? You came up in conversation the other day about the Shotodenai puffers and whether or not I was going to get more of them. There's a local store that was carrying them, and I was like, well, if I was going to get more, I'd get them from Preston. And I would go that route. I would go that route again. But I don't know if Preston is still... is he still breeding and selling? Do. I think oh, you know what I need to do? I need to change my air to auto. I was wondering why it was warm in here. There we go. We've turned the air back on to auto. I had it turned off, so I had to turn it back on. Welcome to the show. It's very exciting where I turn on the air conditioning, heating, and cooling. Very interesting. It's a very interesting show, and people like it. They love it. They like to listen while they're driving. Who is specifically listening while driving? Will. Will was listening while driving home. Okay. No callers in today into the green room. All right. I don't know. What the hell were we going to talk about today? All right. So first and foremost, we got to talk about something because Vicky talked about it on Facebook. So I think the cat is out of the bag. So we might as well talk about it early on. You guys know I've got an insane amount of bees tattooed on me. And you guys know that people have been consistently asking, do you keep bees? Do you keep bees? People have been asking that for years. All you YouTubers, all you YouTube fans out there know. People have been asking me for years and years if we keep bees. Well, officially, as of this last weekend, we can say yes. Yes, we keep bees now. We received 2 nucleus colonies of bees that were born and raised and bred by the Washington State University apiary. Oh, what is it? Washington State Bee Program. What's this called? Let's see. What's the how do you say apiary? Apiary is not right. Apiary. Oh, I guess I was right. Apiculture. Okay, I was right. Apiary. God damn it. I was, what you got to say is I was self-guessing. Or I was, what was I? I was doubting myself. I don't know. I was second-guessing. There we go. I was second-guessing myself. And, yeah. Apiculture. Keeping an apiary, right? Yeah. Colonies, hives, and other equipment assembled in one location for beekeeping and operations. A bee yard. Apiculture, the science and art of raising honeybees. So, Vicky and I went through the whole process of dealing with that on Saturday. And we brought our daughter along for the ride. So, it was kind of an interesting situation. We didn't actually buy these bees. So, we didn't buy these bees. A friend of ours, who's a wonderful guy, who has helped, he and I have worked on some projects for automating your fish tank systems, which I'm hoping later in the year we'll be able to release some video content about automating the controls for your aquarium. Although we're still sort of like, I don't know if we want to make YouTube videos about it or if we just want to keep it on the DL. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what our plan is. We likely want to sell kits for it. So that's like the bigger side of it. The bigger side is like, can we do what all these other fish tank, fish companies do is just buy a bunch of shit from China and then just repackage it and sell it to you guys? Right? Like if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. I guess. I don't know. But the idea that I wanted to do was instead of being the middleman like that, essentially just set up, here's where you guys buy everything from, and we get a small commission for buying all the stuff, from you guys buying all the stuff. That was kind of my thought. I don't necessarily want to be, I don't want to be that much of the middleman where we're going like, here's our product. Yeah, of course, we made the Arduino board ourselves. Never mind, it says made in China or made in Bangladesh. Never mind that. This Raspberry Pi that runs the whole system, we made it ourselves. So the idea is to keep it fairly open source and can be used by a lot of other systems. But anyhow, giving you a little background on the guy, we've we've made a bunch of functional systems. Now, the thing is that he ordered 2 hives, and then with circumstances outside of his control, he can't have them at his property. Neighbor complaints, city ordinance, blah, 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 a bunch of nonsense that's out of his control that he can't really do anything. Now, technically, I think he probably could have tried to get a refund or try to work something out, but the timeline was quite short. It was incredibly short when he found out that they were like, no, you can't have bees on your property. So he reached out to us and was like, hey, I bet you guys might be interested. If not, that's fine, but I've got these 2 beehives. They're coming on Saturday. I got to go pick them up. Are you guys interested in just taking them to take care of them? Vicky was like, yeah, let's do it. So we were supposed to buy a hive on Friday to put them in. And then we did not because we got super busy, and the local place that sells suitable hives, empty hives, as it were, closed at 5 o'clock. And so we were like, well, we have to wait for them to open. So we had to wait for them to open Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, which is fine. They have their hours. It's our fault. We should have gone. We didn't. We got busy. We were busy working. It's essentially the way to put it. We were busy working, and we were like, oh, let's just run over there because I bet they close at 7 or something. No, they close at 5 on Fridays. So anyhow, Saturday morning, we got up, went and got a hive, came back home, opened it up, set it up, got it ready. God damn it, I just dropped something that's not even important for the show, but if I leave it down there, I'll step on it. If I leave it down there, I'll step on it later, and it'll likely hurt my foot, so we'll just put that back over there. Okay. So anyhow, we got the... We got that first hive. We got it set up. We figured out where we're going to put it, scrambling around. So on our way down to pick up the hive, I think I failed to mention we thought it was only 1 hive. On the way down there, he was like, as a reminder, it's 2 hives. Do you guys have 2 hives ready to go? We were like, oh, shit. We need 2. We need 2 hives. And then everybody hit the like button. Alexa, hit the like button. Anyhow. So then when we went down and picked up the nucleus hives, the actual bees themselves, we were like, oh my God, we have to go back to the place. We have to buy another hive, get the hive out, set that one up. Then by the time we got that done, we got the hives back here, and they were all kind of riled up in the back of my truck. And so Vicky was like, well, you know what we should do is we should get them out of your truck, and we should get them out there, and we should put them in right away. And I was like, well, we only have 1 beekeeping hat. So who wants to do the hives? I'll do the hives, you do the hives. Vicky was like, I'll do the hives. Okay. So I was like, I'll film you. Well, needless to say, it's hard to see right here because I see that Mark is allergic to bees. I'm not allergic to bees. But you can see right here, I got stung on my face while filming Vicky take the take the bees out of their travel hive container things and put them into their traditional wood hives. So we do have a video filmed of all of the shenanigans with the bees. So we'll see how well that comes out when it comes time to try and edit it. Editing has continued to be the bane of my existence, and just not having enough time to actually work on the fucking editing. I swear to God, I've got to find somebody that will do editing for close to nothing. Maybe back rubs or something. Maybe an editor that'll take a HJ or a ZJ or whatever, you know. If you guys have ever seen What is that? What movie was that from? The HJ and the ZJ. HJ, BJ, ZJ. What was that from? Beer Fest. It was from Beer Fest, which I love those guys. Those guys are so fucking funny. Oh my God, that was in 2006. Oh my God. Time is slipping away. What? Look, close that window. It made my computer freak out for a second. Okay. Anyhow. So I got to find an editor at some point that can do this stuff for a cheap price. Maybe I could. I don't know. I got to find an editor someday. But anyhow, I digress. So we have a video of it. I got stung in the face. I'm not allergic to bee stings. I don't like getting stung in the face, though. I'm a guy that doesn't like getting stung in my face. I don't mind arms, legs, that kind of stuff so much, but getting stung right in my face, like, hey, man, an angry worker bee that was upset. It wasn't a drone, because a drone would never sting me, because drones are boys. And I'm a boy, and boys don't sting other boys, right? That's something that Olivia would say. Anyhow, so I got a bee stung. Either way, both of the colonies were super healthy, getting them out of their travel containers, getting them into the hives. Pretty cool, but not an insane thrill, to be clear. But it was good to get them in. They've acclimated quite well over the last, I think this is, what is this, the second day? This might only be the second day. Yeah, second day that they've been sort of exploring the neighborhood, trying to figure out where the hell they're at now that we moved them. And, but they're doing fine. They're doing fine. I want to hook up a microphone out there, because when they get going in the middle of the day, that hive is a humming. Or the hives. There's two of them. Those hives are a humming and buzzing. They're buzzing big time. Joel G's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. The people with the dragon tattoos keep dragons, keep skulls, keep spirits, and bees. I don't have any dragon tattoos, actually. Maybe someday I should get a dragon tattoo. I don't know. If people super chat enough and become members enough, I'll get a dragon tattoo. I don't know. What was the? Does anybody remember what the goofy tattoo I was going to get? I can't remember what it was. Somebody will have to remind me. I keep getting advertised for the new 3D printed hives. Another hobby I don't need to take on right now. I gotta say, the 3D printing thing is it's intriguing, because it's looking more accessible to dum-dums like me, like dumb guys like me that could, like, maybe I could do that. But you're right. Another hobby I do not need to take on right now. It's a good point. Dude, I found out when I got stung on my fucking face and my arms when I was 30. Brutal. When I was a kid, I got stung. I happened upon a nest and stepped on it when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something like that. So I got stung a boatload of times. Like, nobody even knows, 100 times. I don't know, something crazy like that. Not allergic to bees, because I was stung everywhere. My mom had me stripped down into my little tidy whities, as a little boy. You wear those little tidy whitey underoos, and I was there's a picture of me somewhere, but I'm like covered in spots of baking soda and in my underwear in our old kitchen when I was a kid. Yeah. A dragon that spells moist. Oh, that's right. It was going to be the moist tattoos. I was going to get a moist tattoo if we got to a certain number, but we never reached that number. We didn't have enough YouTube members or patrons to inspire the moist tattoo. I would have assuredly gotten it had we reached the goal. I don't remember what the goal was, but we never even got close to reaching the goal. What, 1,000 members or something? I think it was 1,000 members. If we got 1,000 members, I'll still hold up to the moist tattoo thing. I get a call. Alyssa, I get a call and we discuss back rub barter. What did I miss? Oh, the back rub barter system. I need to find a video editor to edit all this content I have into videos and make thumbnails and do search engine optimization. Well, maybe not the search engine optimization, but thumbnails and edit videos. I just have like tons of content. I have like no time to ever edit it. And it is fucking frustrating, I got to tell you. You'll have to get on a Replay Team 6 to find out what you missed. Oh, yeah. I recently learned that the spacing of the comb slat things is important and determines how the bees will utilize the space. Neat stuff. Looking forward to seeing you progress with them. Yeah, it's very neat. I love the colony. I love bees. Just so you guys understand, I love bees, but it's more of a philosophical thing than anything else. The philosophy of the sort of self-sacrifice for the drones and the worker bees and always staying busy and working for the better of the colony / society, however you want to phrase it. That mentality to me is all profoundly interesting and smart. The collaboration effect is sort of what I admire of the bee colonies. Now, understandably, there is a queen, and I don't think necessarily humans could relate to the idea of having a queen. I think having a queen rule over humans is paramountly stupid. But the queen is essentially the breeder in the bee colony, right? The bees are protecting her because she's going to produce more bees. And that's essentially the sole function of the queen bee within the bee colony. They aren't necessarily like the matriarch that's deciding to invade Poland because they have extra wheat and you want to get the resources from them. Which is sort of how we've ended up with Europe in the first place, right? Like, and we don't want to keep doing that shit, do we? I think realistically what we would all want to look forward to, while I'm a bigger fan of Star Wars, personally, as a fictional world space, I think we all could recognize the extraordinary value of the Star Trek future, where everybody's needs are essentially taken care of, right? Yeah. So that's kind of the way I see it. We're probably going to end up with Star Wars, which is probably the reintroduction of slavery, brigands, warlords, just battling all the time, famine, nonsense. That's probably what we'll end up with, but I hope we would continue to aspire for the Star Trek type existence of the future of lack of people just dying on the streets because they don't have food, right? Derek Palmer Creative says the Bamboo A1 Mini is plug and print for $249 now. No tinkering needed. Yeah, I got an ad for that, the Bamboo A1. But I forget how big it was. I think there was something about, like, I don't know, the size or, like, having to buy all these filaments or whatever. Bamboo A1. I think you want the lab, right? Or do people want the mini? Bamboo Lab A1 Mini. Well, hold on. I'll give you guys. I'll let you guys see what I'm seeing. So you go. It's an interactive fucking show instead of me just reading off websites to you. Here you go. I'm gonna put you guys. Where do I put you guys? I'll put you guys right here. You guys can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Apparently, the Bamboo Lab A1 Mini is the GOAT of the entry level. Oh my god! What? Okay. Easter sale starts now. Buy 4 rolls, get 20% off. Okay, we're on to the next thing. And closed for advanced filaments. The Bamboo Lab P1 series. Well, let's look. 3D printers. Let's go here. The Bamboo Lab A1 Mini 3D printer. I think it was the size issue with this one. Oh, and all this stuff is exposed. That's all this stuff being exposed wouldn't work in my scenario. Do you know how much fucking sawdust there is everywhere here all the time? And wire shavings and nonsense and wrappers. And I mean, I literally have, I made a video about like how useful this Velcro, sticky Velcro is. And there's chunks of it still because I use it constantly. There's stuff everywhere. So I don't think we could do that. Hold on. Let me get you guys the Amazon affiliate link for the Velcro. It's not that one. It's this one right here. This stuff is the tits, man. If you're trying to do cable management and stuff, this stuff is the best. Oh my God, it's only $12.75. We should find one that's more expensive so I can make more commission, right? Where the fuck is the share button? God damn it. Oh, there it is. It's over here. They kept it over there. Okay, so this stuff right here. This stuff is the greatest. Oh my God. And it's only $12.75 right now. That's buck wild. That's buck wild. I've purchased this a few times. If you buy 2 or more, you save 10%. You save 10%. Oh, so the 1 inch is $11. I would buy the 2 inch because you can cut it into whatever size you want. But yeah, I love this stuff. So if you buy that through our Amazon affiliate link, we'll get some money. We'll get some commissions around here. Oh my God, there are so many Velcro tapes to look at. So amazing, right? Right, guys? There's a lot of products on freaking Amazon. Okay, let's go back to the 3D printer thing because we were talking about that. And we'll turn that back on. So this is the one that somebody sent me. Somebody sent me a link to this one because this one's enclosed. Derek would know what's gooder or not gooder. This one's more expensive, so it's probably gooder, right? Yeah, either way, this is still out of the range of me being a functional human, really. $700, I just can't do it right now. I got mortgage payments. I got friggin' bills out the ass. I got goddamn so much stuff, and we ain't got no steady job, so I got to be HJs and ZJs out behind the dumpster, you know what I'm saying? So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting go the last little bit here, and it's going to continue to get more interesting, and hopefully we find some more stuff. Vibing, damn it. What? Raul, keep vibing, baby. Currently doing water change, just venting. oh, I see it. I was like, Raul, we need context. Let's keep vibing. Let's keep vibing, damn it. Like, I'm into it. We could keep vibing, but what are we talking about? Oh, you just accidentally, got a little spell check situation there. So we're cool, man. We're still vibing. I have to do a little bit of a water check. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Nope, microphone's not picking it up at all. There's a little trickle from one of the tanks, and that means water change, baby. The easiest way to keep track of a water change on these big tanks is the water level will drop down just enough that it starts trickling, and it's like, oh, that amount of evaporation means it's time to do a water change. So I feel you. We'll get there. We'll get there one of these days to the water change over there, Derek Palmer says, yeah, the P1 is good. And having it enclosed, you can do filaments that require ventilation. Oh, my God, that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. I just I can't afford that shit. You know what I mean? We can't afford it right now. I mean, I'm currently operating at a deficit monthly, so we'll have to figure that out. More HJs and more ZJs. Isn't that how you do it? Or should I start outsourcing the HJs and ZJs, and I can hire subcontractors to go do the HJs and ZJ, right? You know what I mean? Then it just turns into this fucking corporate entity that I don't really want to have anything to do with. My Ender 3 hasn't been touched since I got my A1. Oh, so I'm guessing that like the bamboo ones are probably like the best, right? Those are probably like the best ones. Saving for X1 series. Okay. What's the X1 series? Oh, the X1 is the carbon combo 3D printer. Those are $1,500. Yeah, you better save up. You better save up your Skrilla. Save up your Skrilla. 1,500 is no joke. You know what I mean? That is an amount of money. Scott Sherman Stuff says, whoa, I'm late. I didn't get a notification today, but the baby gave us the holiday card for you. But the baby gave us the holiday card from you? She knew? I'm confused. I'm confused, Steve, but either way, it works out. How is the baby? What's going on? No big changes behind me today. That's very weird because there are big changes behind me today. These all light up now. You motherfuckers didn't even notice that these all light up. There's even a goddamn aquarium in the background. There's even a goddamn aquarium back there. There's pond foam back there. There's so many changes back there today. I'm shocked. I'm out of my mind that you guys didn't. You guys are claiming no changes in the background. Things are lighting up that didn't light up last week. You know what I'm saying? There's even, look at this. There's even substrate in the background. Look at this. Like, it looks like I'm tickling it with my finger. Is that how a ZJ works? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my God, I hit the... Okay, there we go. And believe it or not, that's actual... Look at this. There's a relic of the past. Let's see if I can open it so you guys can see the label. I gotta get the blue tape off of here. Oh my God, the blue... I didn't realize I was going to be doing this. I didn't realize I was going to be doing this in the blue tape. The thing about tape, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but tape be sticky, you know? And then you try to get it off while you're live streaming with your good hand. Just so you can show people a label. Next thing you know, it doesn't come off. And it's like right in the middle. The part that isn't coming off is right in the middle here. Oh my God, what's with this tape? Come off of here. This is the best part of the show where I can't get the fucking tape off, you know what I mean? This, I would say, if you were going to become a YouTube member, this is the part that you would become a member for. God. Oh my God. Okay, well, I don't know. This blue tape is like permanently stuck on here. Look at that. That right there is original. This original OG half a bag of Amazonia. Quite a bit here. Still like, I don't know, 20 pounds. Amazonia Type 1, the classic. Because a long while ago, I found somebody that had classic Amazonia in the back of their store. And so I bought the 4 bags that they had. And that is one of a half of a bag that I got left still. I'm really hoping it doesn't fall over and spill all over the ground. That would suck. That would suck. Although it would be a good April Fool's prank on myself, right? So, yeah. Adam Foster, you on the Discord? If not, post a lot about my aquarium and 3D printing shenanigans. It is true. On the Discord, we do a lot of back and forth about all sorts of stuff. where is Adam Foster? I'm not seeing Adam Foster in the chat. Oh, Derek, what do you think about the K1 Max? I'm still running my OG Ender 3. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of the K1, but it seems to have mixed reviews. Some print perfectly. Others are a mess to deal with. I'll likely only buy Bamboo or Prusa printers now. That's what I've been hearing from people. Prusa or Bamboo seem to be the ones that they're most happy with. So I think if I went down the road, I would go that route. Myself, that's the route I would go. Based by other people's advice, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. One day my babysitter, 13 years younger than me, decided to only eat onion. And then we went to a drive-in movie, and Dad refused to let us open the windows. What? Why? What? First off, like, why would anybody just be eating why would anybody just be eating only onion? That's crazy. Second of all, like, why would anybody keep you trapped in a car with the windows rolled up with the onion creature? That's all bizarre to me. 2 thumbs down. Oh, she pulled it off the fridge. Baby is good. We found out today she likes raw onion. Ah, that's why you're talking about it. If you have a child, be prepared for them to constantly like and dislike things. That is the most frustrating. Nope. Let me backpedal before I complete that sentence. It is not the most frustrating thing about kids. It's the most frustrating thing in relation to food and kids. They'll like something, and then 3 weeks later, they'll hate it. And it is annoying AF that they don't, that they can't just have consistent things that they like. Because we try to go back to the avocado, and she now hates avocado now. But I have tons of pictures of her as a baby just eating avocados like crazy. So, yeah, I don't get it. I'm just now getting back into aquarium stuff. Took a back seat during the pandemic, and then some. Is Discord via Patreon or member? Adam, you will get access to Discord if you are a YouTube member or a patron. A lot of people like Patreon because it's a separate site. It's a lot lower price. You can do an annual membership and you get 10% off. Even at $1 a month, you still get access to our Discord. Yeah. And actually, I want to talk to some people that may or may not have the understanding of like how this YouTube channel has existed and how I'm still here creating or trying to create. And they go like, I don't understand why you don't like just make a shitload of videos and just do that. Because I want to tell a little bit of the story. So if you guys recall, before the pandemic, before COVID came, before COVID-19 sidetracked everything, we were living down south in a place that was much more, I will say this, the place down south was much more affordable. But anyhow, it was our starter home. It was more affordable. My handyman business, I was working on my handyman business. I was working on YouTube. YouTube made a lot more money for me back then because I was working on YouTube a lot more. And this was pre-pandemic, right? And we were garnering support. We were gaining support. Things were going. And I was basically getting really close to pulling the trigger of going, look, I'm going to start making YouTube content exclusively and be, posting, 2-3 videos a week and doing that and just grinding and doing that and just focusing on YouTube as much as possible and just keep doing that. That was the plan at the time before the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, YouTube ads went rock bottom. People that were members on YouTube disappeared. Something like 60% of the YouTube members disappeared. If you guys remember back then, our Patreon had like close to 400, sometimes 500 people supporting on Patreon. That plummeted to about 100 people. It's sort of recovered now to about 128 or 124. What, I don't know what I have posted right here. I think it's 128. It's been slowly recovering. And those years during that pandemic, it did not get better for my channel. Admittedly, I should have. I probably just should have been making like super divisive content. As you guys know, I used to work for the Aquarium Co-op. At the time, the Aquarium Co-op was like, we need you to come here full time. We can't just have you working here like a couple days a week. And we just need you here all the time. We need you to come here full time. So I decided, for the benefit of my family, you know what? I'm going to sign on and just work exclusively with this company. So YouTube took a back seat. It turns out when you work for a company, there's a lot of stuff you're not supposed to post. You're not supposed to talk about. You're not supposed to say fuck. You're not supposed to say shit. You're not supposed to whatever, right? Whatever the rules are vague and non-conforming, right? Because the moment you could come out and say, like, I support Palestine, or I support Israel, or I do whatever stupid shit you might believe in, you just immediately get terminated from your job, essentially, right? So I was trying to keep everything on the down low so that I could work and do that full time. And that has led this channel to be in essentially like a coma, right? This channel has basically just been on life support in a coma-like state for quite some time. So since no longer being associated at all with Aquarium Co-op, I've been working on solidifying these projects, building videos about my aquariums and doing that stuff. Although it has been a struggle because now I'm having to run my handyman business again, which takes a lot of time, bidding, talking with customers, and doing the projects themselves, right? Amongst all of the other things, plus doing taxes and paperwork and all the fucking bullshit that comes along with it, plus having a kid, plus having a spouse, plus having a much more expensive house now. A lot of pressure and things going on behind the scenes that I don't normally really post about that much. But a lot of people have sort of recovered from the pandemic, and hopefully we can try and get and garner bigger support so that I can try and do more content creation for you guys, because that's what I want. Rogers Aquarium says, old school fish tube is dead. No one shows their tanks off anymore. It's all to top 10 crap and beginner info. Yes, which I will say the reason for that, and I can show you why. And I actually looked this up, and I can show you. I can show you why that is. That's all they're doing, is because they go here, and I've been messing with this. Because I want to learn more about it. So, people do the top 10 crap because, as you can see here, that no matter what you search, and you use the GPT robot to look it up, right? Top 10 crap comes up. These are the top 10 topics that ChatGPT will scrape from looking through the internet. Step-by-step aquascaping tutorial, creating a stunning nature aquarium layout. Okay, not bad. Top 10, beginner-friendly aquascaping plants, how to care for them. Aquascaping Q&A, answering most common questions. DIY aquascaping, building your own hardscape structures. Aquascaping styles explained. Dutch, nature, Iwagumi, and beyond. Okay. Behind the scenes, tour of a professional aquascaper's studio and design process. Aquascaping makes mistakes to avoid. Inspirational aquascaping showcase, creating aquatic ecosystems, which this one stands out to me is probably something that I'll work on, something similar like that. Aquascaping on a budget, tips and tricks for affordable tank setup and decoration. But my reason for showing you that is because that's what most of the YouTube creators are essentially going to be utilizing as their template. They're going to go like, what tool is going to search and scrape the internet, and they're going to make whatever video is the most searchable thing, right? So that's how they're going to do it. They're all taking advice from Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast says, make the title and the thumbnail before you even make the video. That is the most fun. That's the most important thing that you can do, right? And if you can imagine like how fucking bizarre that would have to be somebody that goes like, well, how am I supposed to make something that people will like? Figure out the name of or figure out the title of your video ahead of time by what people search. So it's not even something that you want to make. You just want to find out the top things that people are searching for, right? That's what you want to do. Then you want to make a thumbnail that's going to be most clicked on, right? So does it have a dead fish in the thumbnail? Does it have a big giant fish net in the thumbnail? Are you frowning or are you smiling? Or are you doing whatever, right? Like you got to make a thumbnail that people are mostly going to click on after you've already figured out the title. Then go make a video about the title, right? That's how content creation works now. Like that's how most of the YouTube people, that's how they're going about doing what they're doing. I find that to be the most disingenuous way to create, right? In my mind, if you could come up with a most disingenuous way to create, that's really what it is. It's like, well, what's my market? Well, how many people are going to click on it? Oh, am I going to get enough people to click on it because the title says this or does it say that? You know, and then I got to make the thing that's going to get them, right? And so I am trying to not do that, right? I'm trying to not do like, you got to do, this is how you got to make YouTube stuff. I'm trying to make stuff that I think is interesting and like that I find to be interesting. And it will lead to your channel looking like this. Here we go. Right? It'll look like this. Let's see. There we go. So this is what YouTube analytics look like on just this page. There's many other ones like that. But so instead of titling this one, hold on. Instead of titling that one Fish Room Build Update 4, I titled it Fish Room Progress Drywall. So we got 417 views, which is abysmal. And this one got 1,700 views, which is also not great. But Fish Room Update, people will click on the Fish Room Update. They'll just click on it, right? But if you do treated timber, milling lumber from your backyard trees, which admittedly, I've watched that video a couple times. My editing sucks. It's not very good. But you would figure it was more interesting than 203 views, right? So, you know, this is functionally the reality that I'm in right now of like, I want to make a thing. I'm not doing that great at editing the things together. And one of the big reasons for that is that like, I don't have a thumbnail and a title ahead of time. And then I just make a video about a thumbnail and a title that yeah, so you know, functionally I feel like this whole system is broken. It's been broken by corporate entities. And yeah, put out a top 10 of top 10s, like a top 10 review. Admittedly, like I did want to do a lot of like fish tank review type videos and stuff, and Fish for Thought came along and had an uncanny ability to pump out like just insane amounts of videos. I was his first patron sponsor. I wanted to do some like content with him, but he said I don't know where I have the message from him, but he said he was too freaked out by it, by me just as a person. So he was like, I don't think we could do that. Which like, okay. But I wanted to do like a lot of reviews and stuff like that because obviously, but the problem is that like doing reviews and stuff like that, like Fish Tank Review is just a copy of PewDiePie, right? So I honestly didn't want to fall into the like, oh, I'm just going to copy PewDiePie. So that's why I was kind of like reticent to do that. And, but I still hold to the truth that I want to create and do some kind of documentary film work and stuff like that. Just realistically, I'm all the way down to the point of going like, if people can support it, then I can do it. If people don't support it, then I can't do it. That's just literally like where I'm at right now. This is where the direct conflict between creating and monetization comes into play. Yeah. I mean, if you create to create and still want to get paid, you have to somehow ignore that bullshit. In my mind, it's where the tie into things like Facebook groups, etc., come into play. Yeah, I mean, if you make content, you need it to be shared out on other platforms. But the reality nowadays is that when people talk about, air quote, the algorithm, there's hundreds of thousands of algorithms, right? Even just within YouTube itself, because there's all these little algorithmic programs that are designed to feed videos to specific groups of people in order to keep them stuck onto the platform, right? So if you make content and people watch it, but they don't watch it for very long, or they don't click on the thumbnail or whatever, all of those little computer programs just say, oh, nobody liked it, so don't feed it to anybody else, right? And that's the way that it works now. So so when it comes down to like when you're making content, if those little programs don't get triggered by the fact that like people are watching a lot of your video, then it just goes by the wayside, and that's just how it works. So I got to figure out like a better way of sharing out videos and like trying to convince people to share the video out so it gets more opportunities, so that we're not beholden to those computer programs that are completely indifferent to the content itself. And like you said, like Facebook groups and stuff like that are a great way to do that, because you can sort of, not force feed's not the right word, but you can essentially like force some people to look at a thing, right? I do have like Facebook groups and stuff like that I'm in, but one of the downsides is that it chews up a lot of time, like constantly going around and trying to figure out where things go and send things out to stuff, and oh, I gotta post this here and post that there and blah blah blah. It takes a lot of time. It honestly does. We gotta close all these windows. I don't know why I have all these extra windows. Why do I have all these extra windows open? Well, that reminds me, I got to email that guy, and I also got to email about the Findig. We're going to try to go to the Findig. I don't even know. There's probably not even any hotel rooms left. I gotta look this up. I just remembered. I don't know if there's any rooms left. Let's see. I'm gonna click on it and we're gonna find out. Let's see. Let's see if there's even a room available. Because this was going to be the problem. I don't think there's a room. Oh, there is a room. Well, shit. There's one room left. I'm gonna have to check with Vicky and see if we can try to go to the Findig. It's in June 22nd through the 24th, but we should try to go to that. Okay. I got a reminder. Reminder to self. Actually, you know what I should do? Ah, crap. Here it is. No? Is this it? Copy. Then we got to go over here. All right, I'm going to send this to Vicky so that she knows what's going on. Control V. Paste. There we go. Sorry, I had dinner. Been off distracted. It works. Chat's like super distracted, saying hi to everybody. They're all saying hi to each other over and over again. Hello, hi. Oh, hi. Hello, hi. Hey. Captive audience. There's good money still in social media management. That's true. That's very true. Adam Foster says, Joel, are you doing any shrimp these days? That's what sucked me back in. No, but I have some shrimp projects that are in the works. Don't worry. I don't currently have shrimp. That doesn't mean that I don't have shrimp. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know how to explain. The shrimp content's on its way. It's coming. And I have shrimp projects that'll be coming out that are pretty exciting. So, yeah. I realistically, you caught me off guard of I didn't have a coached way to respond to that question in my head of like, hey, you know what I should say if somebody's asking about shrimp? I should maybe like but yeah, I can. I do have shrimp. Shrimp are in the plans. Shrimp are in the works. Shrimp content is coming for sure. Kiwi Mamo says, so what have I missed? Just got home with Easter and all. No cares set up for my mom after she got out of the hospital. I've been going to give meds and look after her in the AM. Gives dad a break. Oh, you don't have any nurses right now because of the holiday and stuff. And he feeds me breakfast, cooked tomatoes on toast. Cooked tomatoes on toast sounds insane to me. That sounds insane, like a weird breakfast. But what I do is I take a cup and a half of chopped spinach, like pre-cooked, like squished down spinach, thick spinach. Put it in there. Put a cup of water. Then I put a cup of blueberries, a half a cup of raspberries. Then I put a little bit of honey, and I put some yogurt and wheatgrass and chia seeds, and I put those and I stick it in this blender thing, and I eat that for my breakfast and my lunch. At the time, that's what I eat during the day. And today I had I had a tortilla with some sort of nut butter. I don't know. It was like a mixed nut butter, cashews, almonds, and I don't know, something else. I don't know what the hell was in the nut butter, but it was good. And it was more complex than peanut butter. And that was my meal for the day. And then I'll eat dinner later. But chances are I'll probably have a snack because I'll be hungry. What is this? I got a text message. It's a textical message. It's a textical message. What's this textical message? What the F is this? We're going to find out what it is. I don't know what it is. We'll find out later. It's a weird text message. YouTube service, you are live now. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the email. Big help. Hey, big helper. That was helpful. Cooked tomatoes, very English breakfast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to have tomatoes on toast. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sounds like a weird breakfast to me, but maybe it's normal. Maybe it's normal in New Zealand to just have some tomatoes on some toast. I don't know. Chris, reviews aren't particularly in depth. That could be the difference, to actually go through bit by bit. Do the reviews. It's not copying because you're not them. Maybe do a reoccurring segment during a live stream that can be clipped or made into a short. Easy edit and nothing extra to film. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I literally have I have like so many live streams that we could easily go through and just say, hey, pull clips from these live streams and make clips. I just don't have the time to go through all of the freaking live streams to get the clips. Like, I already have the live streams. That we could pull clips from. I just need somebody to go through and like pull the clips. And I currently don't have anyone to help do that. And the downside is that like listening to like a 2-hour live stream of myself to try and figure out like what clips I should get. People will like that clip. That's me saying something that people would like, is fucking insane. It's literally just a real mind-bending experience to be listening to yourself for like 2 hours and go like, I'm finding clips that I like about myself, and I'm going to go back and take that clip. So that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I really need somebody to like do shit like that, and I don't have anybody to do that. Yeah. I know who I would, if I had the funds for it, like, I know who I would hire first, if I had the funds for it. I do not have the funds to hire anybody in any kind of realistic way. So, yeah. That's like a reality just of life. Holy shit, we got a new patron during the stream, guys. During the show. We're up to 125 now. I don't know. I should probably look and see if my number is accurate. Is my number accurate? Is your number accurate? We got 2 notifications during the show. Oh, Mark followed as a free member. Yeah, people can follow as a free member on Patreon now. Like, I don't know when that became an option. It became an option quite a while ago, but people could follow Patreon as a free member. Adam Foster became a general admission member. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate it, Adam. And our links to the Patreon and whatnot. You should, or to the Discord and whatnot. You should be able to figure that out pretty easily. It's one of the upsides of Patreon. I think it sends you an email and automatically connects you to that. I gotta sit up on my feet because I got ants in my pants. 122 total, so I guess 125 is not right. We went down to 122. We gained 1 and went down. Yeah, fuck yeah. Suck on that. We're going down by going up or whatever. I don't know how this works. Okay. But yeah, I know. By the way, to circle back to what I was saying, it was that I know who I would hire right away if I had the funds. And I would have them, like, the first thing I would have them do is start reviewing live streams and pulling clips and just pull clips and just pull clips and just pull clips and post them and just keep posting clips like fucking nonstop. That's probably what I would do. If there's a way to automate that, and by the way, I heard that there is an application that is starting to seemingly work to do that. I may or may not spend the money on that could just sit and make the fucking robot find all the clips. How would the robot do it? I don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm not a robot myself, so I couldn't tell you how it's going to do it, but if it works, it works. I'd eat it for lunch, maybe. Yeah, I'd eat tomatoes on toast for lunch. I don't know if I would do it for breakfast. Tomatoes just sound weird at breakfast time. But then I was thinking, I eat salsa at breakfast all the time, and that's mainly tomatoes, right? So I guess it can't be too far out there. What is it like? What was the name of it? I can't remember what the name of it was. Maybe it's this one, Capwing. Oh no, it seems like there's more than one nowadays. So I don't know. Maybe one of them works. Maybe it's Descript. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask somebody who's like fucking smart and know which one is not a piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know. If there is one that's good, somebody will email me all about it, I'm sure. Or they'll tell me on Discord. And it'll be somebody that I trust. And then the robot will get inside my computer and bankrupt us all. Renee? Hey. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Breakfast for dinner, scrambled eggs and toast. See, scrambled eggs and toast, I've had that for dinner probably a million times. And I definitely have that for breakfast all the time because the chickens are producing eggs at a rampant rate right now. Yesterday, I cracked 14 eggs and scrambled them, and we had the family breakfast, and didn't even put a dent. Didn't even put a dent in the amount of eggs that we have now. There's just so many fucking eggs right now, but we're actually going to do what's called water glassing a bunch of them, and this next time that Vicky does it, I'm going to film it and maybe someday edit the video and put it out for you. I would eat cooked tomatoes for breakfast with spinach and eggs and onions and scrambled. Yeah, it makes sense. But just like cooked tomatoes on toast, it sounds weird to me. He grows his own, and they're all coming in at the moment, so I got to eat them. Already made a batch of chutney all the way, and the way Dad cooks them is yummy. Oh, yeah. When the tomatoes are coming in, the tomatoes are coming in. It's just like when the chickens start laying eggs again for the year. You're fucking eggs coming out of our eyeballs, but the same kind of thing, which is why we don't plant a lot of tomato plants anymore. Years in the past, there was one year we had like 16 tomato plants or some shit, 12. I don't know. It was a lot. We had a lot of tomato plants and way too many tomatoes, all at the same time too. So then we were having to jar and can and do all this stuff with all these tomatoes, and it was just too much tomato mayhem. That was for sure. Too many. We planted too many tomato plants. Now we just do 2 or 3. Like the omelet stations. That's right. I don't know. I think, honestly, I was thinking about last week, talking shit about the omelet stations, but I might do an omelet station nowadays because, like, what are they going to do? Fire me? It would be kind of fun, It would be kind of fun to do some food stuff if it paid anything. That's the downside. The downside is most of those guys want to pay, like, $12 an hour, and it's like, you want me to drive somewhere, pay for parking, and come out and make fucking no money, what's the point? And then they go like, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, no one wants to work for free, bro. Like, what are you talking about? And by the way, I don't think there's been a time in human history where people just wanted to work for someone else's company for basically free. We actually had to make laws about how that was not legal anymore, right? Over and over and over again. Because corporations just want everything for free. I don't know why. I think it's in the handbook. I think it's in the handbook they hand out that they're like, oh, you're an S Corp now. Here's your handbook. Become a fucking psycho. I don't remember what else happened this weekend. Oh, NorwestCon. We went to the convention. And yeah, was it fun? Like, yeah, I mean, it was fun. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. It was fun. It was, I didn't really see anybody that I like really wanted to see other than family, which we could have just seen family without having to go to a convention. Livy got a cool little dragon and a turtle that is a sea turtle that's body is a rose. Pretty cool. Livy had fun. So we had fun because Olivia had fun. I wouldn't say it was not fun, but like the food wasn't stand out at all. We got so busy with the bee stuff that day that like Vicky kind of forced us to go to Chick-fil-A, and so I had chicken sandwiches, so I didn't really eat anything at the convention because I had already eaten like 2 chicken sandwiches and I was just full for the rest of the day. So like the food wasn't really stand out, but Livy ate a couple bites of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The booths and everything, there was stuff for sale. I didn't buy anything, but like I said, Livy got a dragon and a turtle that was a rose. The body was a rose. It's hard to explain. You'd have to like look at it. But that stuff was all 3D printed. So we have to circle back to the topic that we were talking about earlier, which is the 3D printing. And I wasn't buying anything. And one of the reasons why like those booths and all that stuff, they don't really like excite me is because I wasn't really buying anything. Because most of the stuff that they have at like the NorwestCon convention is like D&D related. I don't play D&D. I certainly am not involved in any D&D groups these days. Nor do I plan to get involved in any campaigns ever. I don't plan on ever getting involved in a D&D campaign again, mainly just because of the group context and the time that it takes. And books, definitely a lot of books, definitely a lot of comic books, stuff like that. I pretty much exclusively go digital now, even though I do love the physical copy of things. I really do. I just have lots of stuff, and the last thing I need is more bookshelves full of books that eventually I need to get rid of because they're fucking heavy, right? WitchyCat says the art show. We missed basically the art show. We had to choose to go to the booths for sale stuff or go to the art show. We had a limited amount of time. We did get there in the afternoon as opposed to getting there in the morning. The plan was to get there in the morning, but we did the bee thing. And like I said, we had to buy extra beehives and we had to fucking drive back and forth, and it was all crazy. Our original idea was to drive down, get the beehives, get the beehive. We thought it was going to be one. I'm pluralizing it now because I know that there's 2, but we thought there was one. We thought it was going to be a closed up situation where they're not going to get out. There was basically a net around the container that was supposed to keep them from getting out, but they were getting out. And then we were going to park and then go to the convention and then bring the bees home on our way home. Vicky didn't feel comfortable with that when the day came to be the day. Even though, as advised by the bee producers, the apiary producers, I don't know, the people that made the bees themselves and made the hives themselves, they were like, you could leave them in there for like a week and they'll be fine. Plan on moving them into a hive, but a week is not a problem. But Vicky disagreed and said we had to do it on Saturday. I don't know why, but that's what she said we got to do. So that's what we ended up doing. And then we had to drive back down. So we didn't get to go to the art show. Art shows are kind of difficult for me to go to because I like art. I love viewing art and doing all that stuff. But the chances of me buying like a $1,200 painting or something like that are zero. So kind of rough to go to an art show and like I can't buy anything. Plus I have shitloads of paintings here that I could easily be hanging up. I have lots of paintings here, so of my own doing. Saw someone had recently gotten a first edition Dune signed by Denis Villeneuve. I might have gone for something like that. I mean, if it was like a Frank Herbert signed, maybe, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, I don't know. I just have lots of stuff and lots of projects going on. So like, I don't feel obligated to like buy anything right now. I do occasionally get Amazon boxes in the mail for shit. Like this $8 worth of LED connector pieces. And then I end up with that on my desk. And we need less of that in my life, I think, honestly, at this point. Bags of substrate. They're just chilling. They need to go in there. I've been working on scapes back here in these small tanks. The small tanks you'll see in the future. I don't know when. They're beautiful tanks. They're getting set up. They don't have a stand yet because I'm waiting on a stand portion of a build. So, yeah, it just goofy stuff. But my understanding is that the stand will be made on Thursday. Was the last I heard. Well, we'll see. I'm excited to share that stand with you guys because I have these other stand videos I've been working on, and would like to put them all out at the same time. I get that, how I feel about going to see live bands. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I've seen lots and lots of bands play live, and it's hard to get, like, super excited to go see a band. And I can't really think of a band that I desperately would need to go see. Like, maybe Mastodon if it was, like, a small venue type situation. Like, if somebody had tickets to go see Mastodon at, like, the Showbox at the Market or something, that would be probably pretty cool to go to something like that. Well, even recently, like, my buddy invited me for, I don't know, his 40-something birthday to go to a Kraken hockey game. And I just had to say, like, man, I'm just not up for it. Like, sorry. I don't want to spend $200 on a ticket. I don't want to drive all the way down, park, and go to the hockey game. It would be great to see people, but I mean, realistically, you start to just add up like how much it's going to cost, and I'm like, I'll just put that towards the mortgage, and see you guys when you do something more affordable, because the tickets themselves were like $179 plus service fees, and when you go, you're going to definitely eat some food. Parking's probably $30, so I don't know. You start to just add it up, and it starts to look like a $300 or a $500 night, and for a couple hours with some guys that I'm not going to see for another 5 years, and I hate to say it, like, but it's like the reality of it is like, yeah, man, I don't know if I can get up for that. I'm sorry. It's a lot of money and it sounds like a lot of effort, and we're not really going to spend very good time because we're going to be watching a hockey game, right? We're mainly going to be watching the hockey game. So yeah, I don't know. And maybe that's a sign that I'm getting old. Maybe it's a sign I'm getting old, but I don't know that I really felt all that different 20 years ago either. Okay. I don't know. Have we naturally wound down for the day? It's only 3:30. It's only 3:30, but I'm started talking about all of the things I need to do, and I'm feeling like maybe I should go do them. So maybe I will. Maybe I will go do those things. Okay, only an hour and a half long show today, I guess, but it leaves the opportunity for streaming a little bit later, like tomorrow. Yeah, I might be able to do a live stream tomorrow. I think I might be able to do a stream tomorrow. We'll see. You've crossed the Rubicon when having fun is just too much effort. Welcome to adulthood. Stupid. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's it. It's like, I think the reality is like, things have become incredibly expensive, right? I mean, that's the reality. Is like, I used to be able to go to a Seahawks game back in the day for like $12 or $15, mainly because the Seahawks weren't very popular at the time, right? And so it's like the oh shit, the amount of ads you've got in this stream. I think the ads automate. Fuck, the ads automator is on. Okay, my bad. I need to make sure that that's not on next week. Thank you for reminding me. And if you guys see it on next week, tell me to turn it off. Tell me to turn that off, because I remember it got turned on last week for some reason, and I didn't turn it off this week. Yeah. So when is it time to throw away the hobby? I don't think it's ever time to throw away the hobby. It is April Fool's Day after all, so I can make whatever a stream title I want, right? I don't think it's time to throw away anything and go back to school, but there are times where you feel like I'm going to push all this stuff outside and just go work at the factory somewhere. There's got to be a factory somewhere where I can pack my lunchbox and go to work. I've gotten at least one set of ads every 10 minutes. Oh. I bet you the ads automator like puts it in every 10 minutes. Also, the stream keeps restarting itself. That I don't know about. I don't know why that is. But the ads automator is a piece of shit, so I'll try to make sure that's turned off. Oh, yeah, Mark didn't get any ads. I wonder if I can turn it off from here. See, here's what's weird. Like, it's supposed to have an ad every 30 minutes. Look at that. Where is it? Where would it be? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know where the setting is in this. I don't think it's in here. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? What if I could turn it off? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it should be set to every 30 minutes. So I don't know why you get it every 10 minutes. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why. No widget making for you. Oh yeah, I don't know how to make widgets. That shit's broken. Widget cat keeps sending me ads like dog stuff. I don't want a dog. Yeah, you want a dog. Of course you want a dog. Alexa, we want a dog. I think it's because I keep talking about dewormer and flea meds and going to the vet, but the robots are missing that I'm talking about a cat. Oh, the feline persuasion. Yeah. Alyssa, congratulations on your new cat situation. The cat looks cute and looks like a lot of fun. And thanks for taking a stray off the streets. Homeless cat. Homeless cat now comes inside. It's 6:30 there. It's 3:30 here, where I live. The sun is out, and it is a beautiful day outside too. So I think that's probably motivating me to want to go out and try and get some sunbeams on my face and scream at some bees, because there's a bunch of bees in my backyard now. Shitloads of bees. It's a lot of bees, I got to tell you. Cat doesn't have ringworm, by the way, which is good. Thank God there's no ringworm. All right. Yeah, honestly, I think, I don't know. I think I've lost my steam and maybe I need a snack. I don't know. Maybe I need a Snickers. Am I turning into Joe Pesci? Could be turning into Joe Pesci. That could be happening. I'm not 100% sure. Do I even have a Snickers? No, but we went to Costco and we have a bunch of Costco stuff now. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but fucking Costco, you know. Neuter appointment on Tuesday the 9th. Oh, that poor cat. That poor cat's going to get neutered big time. Tuesday the 9th. Oh, man, I was going to try and come help you with your basement on Tuesday the 9th. Maybe we'll have to figure out a different day. Maybe Saturday the 6th. Maybe Saturday the 6th. I don't know. Yeah, get that free vitamin D. That's right. It's free vitamin D. It's falling from the sky. Actually, speaking of that, a while ago, I was listening to some fucking nerd scientists arguing on, I don't know, some YouTube video. And one of the guys was talking about something that I don't think that I had considered, the fact that the Earth planet that we live on is not a closed system, right? In the fact that every day, 24 hours a day, there is power being input into the planet via the energy beams coming from the sun and from space. Like, energy is being added via the sun to the Earth every single day. And I thought, like, oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. I didn't think about, like, how Earth isn't a zero energy input from the outside, from an outside source, which I thought was wild. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that means like every day, like more and more energy is being projected into the Earth that we live on, which is fundamentally one of the reasons why it's important for us to figure out how to start capturing that energy better. More than anything else, is that, like, we're having an input that's free, that we wouldn't have to do anything for the sun. All we got to do is just figure out a way to capture it. Do the stream next week in an ill-fitting suit. Then you could be Joe Pesci for My Cousin Vinny. That's true. That's true. Fucking love that movie. That movie's fantastic. I was on, I think I watched it on a plane like a year or two ago, and still good. Still holds up. You know, the two Utes. Them two Utes. It's fucking great. Witchy Cat has water. Water has become active. Water is activated at the Witchy Cat's place up in the middle of BFE up there in northern central Washington up there. Water is active. It's spewing from the ground. Now you just have to run it for a long time until you get clear water out of it. And then you got to test the clear water to make sure you don't have, like, amoebas and shit in there. And cryptosporidium. What else is, like, water? Let's see. Cholera. I can't read that. Dysentery, cholera, cryptosporidia, giardia. Oh, yeah, you got to watch out for that giardia. You're going to get freaking insane amounts of diarrhea and whatnot. Three symptoms of giardia: watery, sometimes foul-smelling diarrhea, fatigue, stomach cramps, gas, nausea, weight loss. I'm telling you, if that isn't your normal day, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing out there? Joel in a suit. Yeah, I have some suits. Like, realistically, like if I won like the Mega Millions or the Powerball or the Super Lottery jackpot or whatever, I probably would have suits made out of this work pant material for my favorite work pants. I'd have suits crafted, and I'd probably wear a suit and tie and a white shirt, you know. But let me find a picture for you. What we have to do is we have to find. I think Vicky has these images. Let's see. Vicky's photo album. Vicky's photo album. Let's go to Vicky's photo album. Oh, here we go. There's one. Here's one already. I found one immediately, right out the gate. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that cute couple. This couple made a baby. If you need to me to teach you about the birds and the bees, I've got them both tattooed on my body. Birds and bees, that is. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. She's got her turkey thermometers right here. It's about to pop, you know? Yeah, that's me in a suit. I have some suits. Let me see. Let's see if Vicky has any other suit pictures where we're like at suit wearing events, like weddings and shit. Like weddings and stuff. That might be the only one, I don't know, that I see here so far. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Here's a good picture. Does this work? There we go. Is this on a mud run? We did a mud run for charity, for the troops, to support the troops, you know? And yeah. There you go. Let's remove that. Okay, there we go. But you get it. Yeah, me in a suit exists. I wear suits. I own a couple suits because I got to do some suit shit sometimes. You know, people be like, "Hey, we're getting married, and you better respect my suit wearing fiasco." You know. What the fuck? Hold on. Wife, the spouse and daughter have returned. The spouse and the daughter have returned from hanging out with the grandparents. The grandparents are about to head off on an airplane to Europe for the next couple months, and we're going to meet them at the end of May over there in Europe. And I really want to go see the Oceanario de Lisboa. How do we say that correctly in Portuguese? I don't know how to. I'm not even feigning to pronounce it. What? Oh my God, why isn't this working? Go there. There we go. This is the best part of the show. This is the best part of the show. I guess we got to go here.
Oceanário.
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 Okay. Do. But yeah, I want to go here big time. Yeah, check this out. Super chat alert is turned off. So if people super chat a shitload of money, the alert won't go off. If we see $100 million in super chats. Yeah, I want to go to this aquarium in Portugal. So I don't know if there's a fan out there that wants to go to Portugal from Spain. Do we even have any people that watch from Spain? That's the question. We want to go there. We want to see the Takashi Amano's final installation. I want to go see that real bad, but real badly. I want to go there, but we'll see. See if we ever get to go. I'll be close. Spain is closer to Portugal than the United States is, so we'll see. People look good in suits. Actually, people just look good in clothes that fit. That's true. Yeah. Or if you're in a jazz band, then suits. Yeah, why not, man? You could be... You know, the thing is, you could be in a jazz band and not wear a suit, but you could wear a suit and not be in a jazz band. You know what I mean? The part of the show where Joel leaves for half an hour by Googling. Yeah, that's right. That's the best part of the show. Oh, fuck, the ads are still... Okay, skip ads. There we go. There's a button that popped up. We skipped ads. Super chat shits and farts. Yeah, solid. Solid or liquid? I don't know. Who knows? It's hard to say. It's hard to say if it's ever going to be solid or liquid. What's going on? What's going on politically in the world? I don't know. People are born into weird ass religions, and they decide to do insane shit because of it, which is disgusting in my book. But you know, it is what it is. Economically, the economics are fine. The for the United States, I don't know. The rest of the world doesn't seem to be demographically set up for success. The United States is uniquely poised to succeed over the next 20 years. So I'm pretty confident in that critical analysis. What's Bitcoin? Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is down, guys. We don't need Bitcoin to go down. We need Litecoin to go up. That's what we need. Let's get out of here. Anyhow, back to our regular whatever. In school, the suits were required. Hey, bro, I don't think we align on politics, but I don't give a fuck. We most likely be friends. That's right. You're most likely right. Where did you go out of my chat? Why are you not in here? Scott? What happened? You showed up on the screen, but you didn't show up on my chat window. That's very weird. It's hard to say where I stand, like, politically, because I don't know. I don't know where... Scott, I don't know why maybe your chat got deleted or something? I don't know why it got deleted. Oh, Alyssa removed that. Oh, Alyssa removed it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know why, but either way, we might not align on politics, but that's fine. Like, the reality for me is that most politics are having to do with making a compromise, right? And almost all politics works that way. Of compromising somewhere in the middle to where things sort of make sense, right? And the reality is that most political topics are just so deeply steeped in this bizarro world of rhetoric nowadays to the key of, for instance, Tucker Carlson going to interview Putin. Like, how fucking insane is that? Like, we're at a level of like concerned, like that an American broadcaster journalist guy was even considered to be so ridiculously untruthful that he wasn't allowed to go on Fox News anymore. He was fired. As a matter of fact, he was probably one of the main contributors to them losing a $800 million settlement, with probably more terrible settlements against Fox News in the future, likely. But then that guy goes to do a cupcake interview with the dictator of Russia, and somehow a bunch of Americans like applaud it. I don't, is beyond me, right? Like, we don't need to know what the dictator who is invading another sovereign country wants to say about it, right? Like, we don't need to know that, right? I don't know. And in fact, if you go watch that interview, it's some of the most insane shit you've ever heard. It's just fucking bizarro world. But I'm not saying that you're a fan of Tucker Carlson, but I'm saying I'm using that as an example of like how far we've fallen from any of this shit making sense. In fact, like a lot of my conservative friends recently have been touting this nonsense about how Joe Biden doesn't want to fix the border. And Joe Biden said, hey, bring the senators together, make the most sweeping enforcement border bill you could put together, and we'll vote on it. And Trump told his cronies in the House to not vote on it, that they would just reject it. They killed it. The Republicans asked for it. They put it together. The Democrats said, yeah, we'll vote yes on it. And then the one authoritarian weirdo guy decided to say, tell them no to not vote on it. It's just so functionally fucking broken right now that it's just beyond the pale. And the reality is this, is that like, until we can get some like fundamental conversation about like what is realistically happening, I don't know that we're ever going to balance out. I recommend that everyone that is like fairly like-minded as me to go vote. And I recommend everybody who is not like-minded as me to go vote. The voting turnout is fucking abysmal. And if we could up the voting turnout, at the very least, we would have a leg to stand on as the United States as an entity within itself. To be like, well, at least everybody voted, and I guess this is what we're gonna do. But we don't have that right now. Like, we don't even have voter turnout that makes sense. The voter turnout is so fucking low, and I believe that's by design. I believe that corporate interests have influenced that over the last 50 years to the point where there's so many people that are discouraged and they don't want to talk about politics anymore, right? But I feel obligated to be knowledgeable to some degree about the ongoing politics, because they end up doing you if you don't do them, right? Like, all of a sudden there's a law passed that you didn't even know was going to happen, and you're ridiculously affected by it, but you didn't even vote on it, right? So, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I'm getting tired. I think I need a snack. Anyhow, it's close to 4:00. I love you guys. I will see you soon. I will be doing some streams soon, sooner than Monday. Okay. We'll hopefully do some streams sooner than Monday, and Thank you very much, Witchy Cat, for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you very much to Adam Foster for becoming a patron today. We actually got a patron during the show. It's fucking crazy. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll try to keep making content. I got some stuff to film. Hopefully I can edit more and I guess not sleep or something. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just cut sleep out of my life. You know? Okay.